In this video, we're going to look at some tips for shooting sunglasses. Now, sunglasses can be a little bit tricky to shoot because of the reflective surfaces. And what you want to do is really show off the angles. You want to see the lenses. You want to see the side of the sunglasses where there's usually some sort of detail. So let's have a look at that. So if you can see here, we've got quite a reflective surface here. So we're going to need something to reflect into there. So in this case, we're going to use something white. The other thing that you might notice is just here on the edge, we're losing a little bit of detail as the light spills onto it and reflects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of black card and I'm going to stick it to a weight, in this case a bottle of water. And what that's going to do is just going to add some negative fill, and we're going to try and bring back the edge of this arm to make it a bit more crisp. So I'm just going to put this towards the edge, quite far back, because I don't want to affect what's going on here at the front. All I'm trying to do is mask the back there. So I've got two of them, one for each side. Let's go and have a look now and see if that's holding in that area. When we come to shoot it, I'm just going to make sure that this surface is white. Now on this machine, the doors are all white, so when I close the doors, it makes a nice cocoon of white that fills in the reflection of the glasses. As we can see, we've got a little bit of black card coming in now, and it's just giving a little bit more definition to the arms on that side. So it's a bit of negative fill. The lenses are all looking nice and clean now. The other thing we've got is a nice contact shadow down the bottom, and that's giving us a sort of level. And what's nice about that is you can line that up on your website when you have lots of images together, and then you'll be able to have them all at the same level. So obviously there's going to be a little bit of post-production just to remove those bits of black card, but we don't have to cut round the edge of the arm, and it's going to hold a lot more detail in the sides. So for our next shot, I'm going to do a sort of 45-degree on, just so we can see the edge of the side of the sunglasses where there might be some detail. So just going to turn them now and have a look at that, see what's going on. So our reflections are looking really good. The arms are not flaring out anymore. So it's pretty much good to go, and shoot my second shot there. So the next thing that I might want to do is also put the packaging in there, so the case that the sunglasses came in. And what that's going to do is just give an idea of the brand and what you might get when you order the sunglasses, just giving the customer as much information as possible. So I'm going to fold them up, and I'm just going to stick them sort of leaning on the case. The hero is still the glasses, but I want to just have a little bit of the logo, the branding of the case in there. So when we close up again, we've got a nice reflection here, but there's a couple of little lines in there, and I want to clean that up. So I'm just going to get a little bit of white card, and I'm just going to place it in the reflection zone of the glasses, just to clean up the area of reflection. So just by putting that card in, we've now cleaned up that reflection, and there's no lines in it anymore. I can go ahead and shoot that one, just make sure it's in focus. Now during this, I've kept the same height, same camera height, and I've kept the same tilt angle. So all the shots should line up really nicely on the page. So I'm just going to do a nice close-up detail here, maybe a bit of the lens in as well, just as an extra shot. So shallow depth of field, just making sure that I'm focusing in on one little corner. So I'm also just going to shoot a little video of the sunglasses. Hopefully that will show us how the light moves across the lenses, and you can see in this particular case they're sort of greeny, bluey, metallic, so we'll see the colors change in the video. Now that's something you wouldn't necessarily see on the photo, so the advantage of having that video is really showing how these react to the light. And I'm just going to pop it into sequence mode. What the sequence mode does is basically shoots all my 3 shots automatically, and we'll stitch them together into a nice complete video. So there's a rotating turntable inside, and that's great, so we can get those angles without having to go in there and manually move the sunglasses around. So to sum up, some good tips for shooting sunglasses. Beware of your reflections. Make sure that you've got something reflected in there and you're not seeing the whole of your studio or other bits and bobs around. Choose some angles that will show off your sunglass details. So the lenses are important, the side details are often important. Sometimes you could put the case in there as well if you have one, and that way the customer will understand what it is they're actually going to get.